राधे राधे मेरे भाइयों. Today I'm going to solve a new question of Leetcode 11. Container with most water. So this is a very famous question, which I will tell you how to solve it and how to think about the question. So the question is saying you are given an integer array height of length n. There are n verticals line. These are the verticals line drawn such that two endpoints of the ith and I of h height. Okay. So find two lines that together the x-axis from a container such that the container contains the most water. You have to return the area of the container which will contain the most water, right? So the given test case is this. I will explain you using this test case only. Okay, so let's see. So first thing, I need to find the area. How to find? Okay, I will take another test case to explain you first how to find the area. Okay. So if this is a building 1 2, okay, so assume this is a building, so you have to store some water in this in between these buildings. So how you can store? You can only store water in this range only, because if we go above this, the water will flow from this side. Means you can only store water in this range, means the minimum of both. Okay, so another example one. So these are the buildings. Okay, assume bit big. So these are the three buildings. So for this building, how much water you can store? Left side this much and right side this much, because if you go above this, the water will flow, so you cannot store this. But for this one, how much water you can store? Whole this area you can store. Now means if you have two buildings and you want to store water in between them, find the minimum of those building and the height you will get, and what will be the width, the distance between these two buildings. This will be the width and height, the minimum of both buildings. So this, from this formula you can find the area, means width between those two buildings into minimum of both two buildings. Okay, so the question is saying you have to find the container with most water. So the first container will be what? This will be the first container. For this one, I will start from first container. So how much water it can contain? Height will be minimum for all those. As you can see, all the containers are bigger than this one. So minimal will be height what? 1. Height I have already got 1. And second, what will be the width for this? Only one difference is there, so 1 into 1. Okay. For this, what will be the width? 1 and 2. And height will be 1. So 1 into 2. So as you can see, for till here to here, width is 8. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, and height minimum is what? So 8 centimeter, you can say 8 centimeter water you can store. If you talk about this one, okay, let me does it. If you talk about this building, okay, so now I have calculated area for this building. Now I want to calculate for the next. So first the thing is, let me tell you why I am telling you this. So if you have some buildings, okay, assume, right, and the thing you want to find is container with most water. So means formula what I told you, means width into height, minimum height actually. So means what? If you more increase the width, you will get more water, you can contain more water. If you keep increasing your width here, you will be able to contain most water. You have to visualize it. So if you are keep increasing your area, so as the area is directly proportional to width and also height. So if you increase your height, if you increase your width, you can exceed your area. So this is the thing. So the first thing I comes in my mind is, if I talk about these two buildings, I can find some water in those between. If I talk about these two buildings, I can find some water in between those buildings. So I need to find the most. I need to find the container who can contain most water, right? So what can I think of? Like if I started from both two ends, the simple thinking is like, if you have some area ground and you want to find the largest area of that ground, so you will start from both two ends so that you can maximize those area, because you will start from first only, the area will be less. If you keep going forward, the area will be increasing. So I will start from the end only so that I can maximize the area. This is the thought which you have to think. Why I will starting from here first and last only. Okay, so these are the buildings. Assume okay, so I will write the height here 1 3 2 4 2 and 5. These are the height of this building. So you need to find the maximum area. So first thing what you can think of, as this is a 4 height, so if I talk about these two buildings, how much water it can store? Minimum of these two 4 and width is what 2, so 4 into 2 8 means 8 centimeter water these two container can store. Okay, but for this container, as you see, the width was less, but when I increased the width is what 1 2 3 4 and minimum of these two buildings is what 3, so 3 into 4 that is 12. And you can see for these two buildings container is containing more water than these two buildings. Okay, so idea is clear that you have to start from the end so that you can maximize the width. And now let me erase it and I will use the same diagram only. Yes, so now let's move forward what I was telling you. So I will start from here only and J from here only. So I will calculate the area for these two buildings. How can I calculate? Minimum of both two buildings into width, as the height was given in the array, as this was the given in the array, so you can simply find the width 0 1 2 0 1 2 3. So width is 3 minus 0, that is 3, means 3 minus 1, that is 2. Okay, so for this area, for this building, two buildings, this one and this one, what is the area? So area is 1 into width is what 1 2 3 4 5. 1 into 5 means maximum container maximum area I got is now 5. Now when I calculated the area, what I have to do next? Okay, so what I have to do next? Now the thing is, where we have to move after finding the area, means I have checked for these two boundary. Now I have to move next, whether to left or whether to go right. This is the thing. So the thing I told you, area is what width into minimum of both two buildings. Okay, so what I have to decrease the width. This is this much I know. Okay, because I have to move either forward, I have to move either backward. Okay, so means you have to decrease your width. So if you are decreasing your width, though, your thought should be clear that I have to height should be greater, because if you are decreasing your width and still you want to that increase your maximize your area, so you can increase your height. If you are able to increase your height and bit decreasing your area, so your area will be like what, it will be balanced kind of, because you are decreasing but increasing your that building. So you can increase your area by this method. So try to decrease from that side who has less building, because first I was here and J was here. Let me raise, like it is looking not that much good. Okay, let me raise all this. Okay, now move, let's move. So I was here only and J was here only. So area was what 1 into 5 area I got till now. I want to go, either I have to move J to here or I to here, but before moving I have to think whether I have to move J or I. So thing is, what thing I told you that, sorry, yes, sorry, so where you have to move, the formula was area is equals to width into height. Means if you are decreasing your height, try to increase your, if you are decreasing your width, try to increase your height so that you can maximize your area. So means here the building is small, here is the building is large. So where you have to move, you have to move your smaller building till side, so that you can still have your biggest building, so that you can increase your area. The thing is clear now. I think the thing should be clear now. The way where I have to move, the place where the building is small, from that side I have to move. So I will move to I here. Again you can see the area will be what, minimum of these two buildings. Okay, so what will be the minimum? 3, and width is what 1 2 3 4. So 4 into 3 12. First it was 5, now I got something big 12. Now where I have to move, again I's building is smaller and J's building is larger, so I will move I to this position. Okay, again I will check 2 into minimum is 2 and width is 3, so 3 into 3 is 6, but I have got 12 maximum, so I will not change this. Again I will come to 4, again I will check whether this one is small or 4 is small, so I will go to move. So again take an example. Assume if the building would be what something 3. Okay, so for 3 and 3 I can increase anyone, but if I come to 4 and 3, whether I have to move, I have to move to the j to the left, because a smaller building is 3, so I need to increase the height only. So I will decrease this, and the I will decrease the j, and j will be moved to the left, and you can find the new area, right? So I hope you got the intuition. Let me summarize it, what I was telling you. Summary is what means. First thing, like you have to maximize your area. So the thing is, you have to use 2 pointers. And why 2 pointer? I tell you, if you have excess of largest area, you will have more container, biggest container. So that's why I was starting from first and end. And now I will calculate the area in between those. Now after calculating this area between these two containers, what I will do, I have to move either left or either right. So whether I have to move, I will decide from the building, whether, because area formula was area is equals to width into height. So if I have to decrease the width, means whether you will move, your width will be decreased, you are sure about this. So with if you are decreasing your width, you have to increase your height. So decrease those pointer who has less building, because less building will increase, so still you have the largest building. And if you have largest building, you can increase, you can maximize your container, right? Because if you, the more you have height, the more you have area, because these are the directly proportional. So now I will write the code how you can think of. So what you can do for like these were the buildings, right? So I will first, a pointer will be at 0, another last pointer will be at n minus 1, while I less than array dot size, means I should not go beyond the size, and j should also not go beyond 0, and until I will find the area. How we can find minimum of both buildings? Array of I comma array of j into with how I can find j minus I. Now I will compare for every time. First maximum area was nothing, -1. So I will simply compare with the maxi, and I will update, and at that I will simply return the maximum area. So what will be the time complexity? It is a 2 pointer approach, so it will maximum, it will iterate to O of n, and space I am not using anything, so space will be O of n. So I hope you understand the idea how you can solve. So I will be attaching the code link to the description. So I will be meeting in the next video. Till then, take care, bye bye, Jai Shri Ram.